And what I specifically did was I brought you two different types of leaves. This over here is from the, they call it the dwarf coconut tree. So this is very close, yeah? And it's a little bit more difficult to weed. This is from the Hawaiian coconut, or the regular coconut tree. And this one over here is a little bit easier. But nonetheless, whichever you have, we'll be able to finish the project today. Okay? So what I'm going to do is we're going to do our traditional bowl. Now, there's lots of variations to this bowl. We can do a bowl like about this big, but with the proper leaves, it can get about like this big. The bottoms, you can do so many different types. But what we'll do, I'll just show you the basic. Yeah. So, this over here, we need 10 leaves to make a basket. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 right here. And then, in order for us to make a basket, what we need to do is we need to put this into a circle. So I'm going to do, this is 11, this makes it 10. So this is very hard, yeah? So what I need to do is I need to trim it off. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a big chunk out like this to make it easier for me to trim. You know, the Polynesians of yesteryear, they use a lot of, they use all kinds of coconut trees. This, I can imagine, would be a wonderful teaching tool. No, not that. I'll leave it over here just in case. Would you like to move? You can move off to the side, go like in between. Yeah, okay. So what needs to be done is that I need to trim them. But this has extra leaves, so what I'm going to do is with my trusty old serrated edge, I'm going to just cut it off. And then I need to trim it. Now, in this class, we will not be trimming, but if I should hold other classes that do a coconut hack, I require people to trim because it's very necessary. Yeah? So this over here, so this is how it's trimmed. What I do, I bring this edge right over, I cut it to the edge over here, yeah? Just like this. You know, when I started these classes just about 30 years ago, my first class, I decided to bring knives and let them cut their own. What a mistake. The first class lasted 3 hours. And the first hour alone, 1 hour, was letting 8 students do this. And then I go to the class and said, oh my goodness, whose finger is this? I don't do that. But in an advanced class, I will require them to do it. And you know, we go slow. So what's taking me basically just about a few minutes to do, maybe about less than 5 minutes, it took them a whole hour. But you know, if you're not acclimated in using the knife, it can be very difficult, yeah? I've been doing this for years, so I kind of got the hang of it. And then, it's kind of important when you come down to the edge over here, it's really difficult. Oh, I should mention, when you trim, the leaves gotta be behind you. You cannot do it like this. If you do it like this, you make an incision like this, and then when you pull, it'll go right into the leaves. So make sure the leaves are behind you, okay? And then when you come to the end like this, you just cut it like this, cut back, okay? And then we need to put this into a circle. But before we do, we need to massage it. Massage it just like this. Because when I eventually put it into that circle, it doesn't kink. Yeah? It goes right into that circle, and then I go ahead and I notch it. You know, when I teach people how to weave, I don't use, you know, I used to use banana ties, I used to use how, real nice looking fibers to tie. But the amateur hand, when it tugs and pulls in the wrong direction, this could come out. This is the best tie. You know why? Because the elasticity bonds is so much better. And since this is a training class, we don't need to be, you know, subjected to the things coming out.
Well, she's ready too. Yeah.
This is a tire tube. Bicycle tire tube. It's amazing. You know, like you did it with Holland, tying bamboo and how, and all this, this little leaves.
Over two.
Now, I mentioned that the coconut tree produces leaves on the left side and on the right side. There's no such thing as a right-handed weaver when it comes to weaving, or a left-handed weaver specifically, because you gotta use the hand that's most comfortable, and the proper hands, I like to call it, because if I use my right hand to weave with a left hand, it'll be very cumbersome and kind of difficult. But I'm sure you've seen guitar players that play the guitar upside down, yeah? But it takes years and years of practice. Yeah, we don't have the years and years of practice, so we gotta listen. Use your left hand. Okay, so now we're ready to weave. In the making of the traditional basket, what we're doing first is creating the wall. Yeah, we're going to do the wall first, and then we're going to do the bottom. Okay, so since this is on the left side of the tree, my left hand is the dominant weaving hand. Okay, so I'm developing 5 leaves. The one that you're touching is number 1. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 1 goes under number 2. Over 3, under 4, over the 5th leaf, and into your right hand. The right hand goes in the center to collect it like this. Okay? And then, what do you notice? The first one is loose. Because eventually, when you work all of these leaves, you got to go back inside. And if you make it tight like this, you wouldn't be able to get through. Yeah? So it goes loose. Under 2, over 3, under 4, over 5, into my right hand. All the mid-ribs are going to be to the outside of the bowl. If you have a right hand weave, it'll be on the right side. Okay, so now I continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I come up to you and I say, oh, you're having trouble, I will say, count the leaves. When I say count the leaves, I want you to point in the direction in which the leaf is going. I don't want you to count like this. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the direction in which the leaf is going. It's number 1. And then from here, it goes under 2, over 3, under 4. I'm catching with the bottom piece of my right hand. Over number 5 into my right hand. Okay, so the right hand has a very important role. It's collecting all the leaves. Yeah. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once you start on a pattern, you just continue throughout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And remember, you don't stop until you go over the 5th leaf, which is the number 5. Yeah. I go under 2. Over 3, under 4, I catch it with the bottom fingers of my right hand, over 5, there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm touching the area in which I'm going. Under, over, under, I catch it with the bottom fingers of my right hand, over 5, there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nothing has changed.
Yes, yes.
Now, I'm telling you, when you're holding with your right hand, make sure you're holding skin to skin with your thumb and index finger. Reason being, if I say, I get it, this one, yeah, and then one pops out, what's going to happen, you're going under, over, under, and you include that in the mix, it'll be incorrect, yeah? So, when you hold it, make sure none of these that have been completed gets loose, yeah? Under 4, I catch it with the bottom fingers of my left hand, over number 5, there. The original number 1 was loose. Okay, now I get all the leaves. This is when it changes just a bit. I get all the leaves in my right hand, I put it between my knees, I put the leaves together, freeze up my right hand. So now we got 2 hands available for weaving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reason being is that I need the 2 hands because when I come to this point, I cannot poke this up over here. If I do, I risk cracking this leaf. So, tip is flexible, yeah? So I grab the tip. Yes. Tip is flexible. Under number 4, over number 5. I put my finger behind it and I poke it down like this. Under number 6, into my leaf. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, 5 is always a brand new leaf coming out of the great rib. 1 is the leaf that you're touching. Okay, 2 over 3. I don't poke it down for fear I might crack the rib. I get the tip, I poke it down over here. Over number 3, under number 4, I put my finger up like this, I poke it up over here. Over number 5 over here. And then where does it go? Into my knee. Yeah, because I got my hands available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, you've only 5 leads. The lead that you're touching is number 1. I go under number 2, over number 3, under number 4. See, I'll put my finger behind underneath. Poke it up over here. Over number 5 over here. There. And this is complete. The thing about weaving with coconut, you place the leaves where it's supposed to go, as opposed to weaving with lauhala, where everything you do has to be tight. Yeah, you gotta pull on tight and make sure, because the thing about lauhala, you cannot tighten along the way. Well, to a certain extent you could, but with coconut, you just loosely place it where it's supposed to go, and then you tighten it. So in this case, what I do now is I lift up the sides, and then I hold with my right hand, my left hand is the dominant reading hand, and I pull with my left. There you go. Yeah. So there's a lot of variations to this bowl alone. You know, for instance, if I had like wonderful leaves like that hat over there, I could make this bowl so much bigger. The length of the leaf, the width of the leaf, the style of the weaving determines the size of your basket. So it's, you know, if you can get leaves that are really nice and long, and the leaf that you gotta get is, you know, the 12 o'clock, right? 12 o'clock right here, 11 or the 1 o'clock is what I highly recommend. I tell people, oh, no, cut the one in that's going straight up, because sometimes you kill the tree. I've seen trees die. It's a very sensitive part of the tree, you know. So I see they cut over there, and then it picks up a disease and it dies. So the best one, 11 or 12, and when you cut it, don't cut it too low. You gotta cut it a little bit higher where the leaf starts to branch out. Yeah, I know you guys will be all jazzed. Right after this class, you guys will be looking at trees. I know that look in your eyes. Okay, so this is almost complete, but this portion over here is a little bit imperfection. Yeah? With my left index finger, my left hand in the dominant hand, I'm going to poke this out right there. And then it comes out to a nice point. Yeah? Right over here, I'm going to poke it out like this. Poke it out like this, so it comes out to a nice point. Now, these leaves are actually like opala leaves. They're from the bottom part of the tree, so the leaves are thin, but this is wonderful for giving a demonstration. Yeah? And then with my left index finger, I'm going to poke it out, right like that. There we go. So this is complete. If the leaves were the top of the tree, bottom of the tree, this leaves came from this portion. And then if you want the best leaves, right over here, because the leaves are somewhat kind of uniform, yeah, in width and length. Okay, so anyway, this is complete. Oh, but there's a puka, right? We're gonna fix this puka. Stay tuned. What I want you folks to do is weave it to this point, and then we will continue. Okay? Dangerous. Okay, so what I want you to do, I'm going to provide you with a pair of scissors, just cut off the tip, and you'll be
Make sure it doesn't come undone. Yours?
So, no way, good. Just cut off the tip like that. Just the tip. Okay, so you're just cutting off the tip, just like this. Yeah. Now, if you cut off more than that, we may not have enough to finish the bowl. So, listen. Listen.
Bring yours this way.
Just the tip. Just the tip. There you go. Yeah. You know, bottom part of the bowl is so much easier to do as opposed to the sides, because all you're doing, you're launching the leaf from one side to the next. It's so much easier.
Yeah. So,
this part, huh? Or
You
is-
have all
Yeah,
down.
yeah. Just go ahead and
You must bring back up.
just the tip.
And
Oh, good.
between
Everybody's
here
done.
and here.
Okay, put your baby grips on your
Here.
bike whip. And then we
No,
continue.
Don't touch. You see
So-
the difference? The gap between here and here, here and here.
So all
What
of
did
you,
Andy say first thing?
I told to
Must
cut
be
it, yeah?
touching.
But as a teacher, I cut it a
Must
little
be
bit differently.
touching. So,
Trust me.
this comes down here.
Bam!
This comes down here.
Okay,
This
so
comes down.
Just lift up the bowl. I can see how the condition of it. Lift up the bowl for a second.
Okay? Because if you
Okay,
read
good.
like
Now I want you to
this,
put the bowl
see?
all the way down to the
over
ground.
here, going all have puka.
Let
Do
go.
you know what puka is? Hold. Good. So that's why must be touching.
Good. Now I have your undivided attention. Don't touch it.
Like this.
So, right-handed weavers. I
Very
think there's
little of the
right-handed
sun,
weavers
the
more.
light. Less
Right.
more beautiful.
Oh, in terms of.
In terms of
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a left-handed weave, so my left hand starts first. What it will do,
You under and
grab
say.
this leaf, put my fingers behind it, bend it to a 90-degree angle, and drag it to the front.
And
Okay,
then
I'll do it again.
another.
So I'm grabbing the leaf closest to me, putting my finger around it, bending it, put 3 fingers behind it, and then move it towards the center. And then my right hand gives my left hand all the leaves, and it's all supposed to be in sequence. If you are out of sequence,
Oh, you still need.
big trouble. That's all I can say, big trouble. It will not come out. So there. And then I pinch it with my right hand, because my left hand is a dominant weaving hand. And it's generally over the center, yeah? It's over the center. I'm pinching it all the way in one way. However you finish a basket, this is just about,
Hold your two.
you have to learn this method, because you can provide it in so many different ways, but this is very important. So,
A different thing.
holding it like this, my thumb is the front. My index finger is the back. What I'm doing is, I'm going to grab one from the back. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think all of you have 10 beads because I'm pretty sure of that. So 10 divided by 2 is 5 on Kauaʻi. When in Rome, you do it in Rome. Okay, so what I'm doing is, I'm going to grab one, and I grab low. I grab one, make it loose, and then this is 0. Because my target is 5. 0 goes over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is number 5. This is how I want you to hold the leaf. This is very important. Because you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. You stick your finger in, hook your finger out on the other side, and then you pull. This becomes a one-hand operation. And then I grab the next leaf. But to make sure that I have it in sequence, instead of grabbing on top of here, I grab low, because I know that this is in sequence. Yeah? So I grab low, I work that loose. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is number 5. I grab it, and I grab it so that the leaf is parallel to my index finger on top of my hand. I don't grab it like this, because if I do, I'm working against myself. I grab it like this, and then I stick my finger in, hook my finger out, and pull. What I don't want to see you guys do is kind of cheat and kind of hopefully slide it through. No, because there are some instances where you will not be able to do it. You stick your finger straight in, hook your finger out, and then pull. This is a proper method. Yeah, this is a proper method, and I want you guys to learn that method. So you stick your finger straight in, and hook it out there, and then pull. So what do you notice what I'm doing now? I'm no longer counting. What I'm doing is, I'm just going the previous.
Right on.
Sometimes these fingers are able to do something. If I can reach out and just pull it up over here, it gives my left hand a little bit more room to work. And then after you get that, you know, when you tighten, it's good that you accommodate your hands. Yeah? So I pull with my right hand, I hold it here. What I'm not doing is I don't hold it like this because I want this movement to close. So I hold it like this, and then I move my right hand there. And you see how I'm moving the bowl to accommodate my right hand? That's what I want you to do. Make it easier for you folks, yeah?
And bring it up. See how nice that's enough?
Then after you get it fairly snug, you can pull off the system.
Tighter. Okay, so try and do that. That makes sense. Your weaving is going to be much nicer. Much nicer.
And then if you do it correctly, and there's only one way you can do it, that's correctly, you will have a star. And then, like this leaf is like the opala leaf, yeah? It was from the beginning of the bottom of the leaf. So there's gaps in between. So in order for me to remove these gaps, I gotta work a little bit harder by kind of opening it up over here and making another row. Probably when you have yours, you will not have to do it because the leaves are a little bit better. Yeah? Better meaning the leaves are a little bit wider.
So the opala part was where the leaf was, or the part of the
The
leaf?
top of the leaf, the bottom of the leaf, the most choicest place to work is right here. The one over here, there's like opala leaf because they're too thin and they're too long. It's okay for weaving, you can do things with it, but it's not as pretty as the leaf. Like some of your leaves are a little bit more symmetrical and wide. And then so, just by doing this, you see how it closes up over here by doing an extra row? Okay? Put your marks. Yes.
Can we pick the balls up now?
Oh, the left side's gonna have to clean out. So, you have a right hand leaf, so you grab this over here. The thing is, when you're working with the coconut leaf, it's always good that you lodge it between your knees and you're not holding the bowl with one hand and working with the other. What it's telling me, you're preventing the other hand from helping. Now, if I put it between my knee and I lodge it there, I can put it in and then I can guide it.
And then this way. Now, this tab right here.